What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 10 of Let's Learn to Code for Free, and today we'll be building the product landing page, one of the responsive web design projects on FCC, FreeCodeCamp, the third one. So I'll just start my timer to keep the video on the 1 hour mark. Okay, so this time, build and it's similar to this one. This is the same. Okay, so let's take a look at the example landing page. So it's a typical landing page. Very simple features, how it works, pricing. Like this is to sign up to the newsletter, a video, 3 packages, privacy terms, contact. Okay, a one pager, or wait, if I click here, yeah, it just scrolls to the relevant sections of the single page. Okay. So it should have, right, you can build your project by forking this. So let's fork this guy over here. Fork. And let me check what I named my other projects. I'll use the same name here. Number 3, landing page. Okay. So let's start with the typical doc type. Wait, so let me check. Where are my notes? I'll just copy paste in here. And I'll close the HTML down here. We need the script, but I'll comment that out for now because we don't need it. And we don't need this either. Okay, so we're good to go. My product landing page should have a header element with a corresponding ID is equal to header. Okay, so if I remember correctly, again, the header is just the part that you see here, right? Let's see, I'll check my notes. Why is this not scrolling low? Okay, I have to do it here, I guess. HTML5, header, footer, nav, yada yada. Oh, so it's in the body. Okay, I guess I'm confusing it with the title. Yeah, I gotta understand those. So the header is in the body. So I'll start my body over here and close the body. And then header. And the ID should be equal to header. I can see an image within the header element with a corresponding ID is equal to header img. A company logo would make a good image here. Okay. So a image. Okay, I don't think it's been a while since I've inserted an image. Image src. Right, I don't need an anchor element or anything, so it's just image src is equal to, so let me just company logo and then images, and then I'll go to usage rights for reuse. Okay, can I use any of these? Weird. Imaginary company logo? How about that? Fake? Okay, why not? Real by fake. Copy image address. Source is equal to this. Okay. Image source is equal to this. Do I need an alt text or something? Let's have an alt text. Real by fake logo. And then I close the image tag. Okay, within the header element, I can see a nav element. Why is this hashtag header? Oh, right, so it's an internal link. So this way I can make like a link and make the website jump to that section once somebody clicks there. I guess that's what they're trying to let me know with the hashtag thing there. Okay, within the header element I can see a nav element with a corresponding ID Nav Bar. Okay, let's see, I need an example for the nav. Navigation, Nav Bar, don't need any style for now. Yeah, something like this. So this is still within the body. Wait, is it within? Should it be within the body? I'm not sure. It should be within the header, which is within the body. Okay, so yeah, I guess it has to be nav minus bar. Right, that's what they wanted here. I can see at least 3 clickable elements inside the nav element, each with the class Nav Link. So how do I create? Okay, looks like I created a list here, an unlisted. Okay, so let's do the same thing. List, home. Features. And about. Or let's do contact. Or whatever, I can always change that. And finished. The unnumbered list. What was this one called? Unordered list. Right. And the other one is OL for ordered list. Right. Oh, right. I remember now. This has numbers, and the other one doesn't have numbers. Okay, so these are 3 items, and what does it say? Does it say clickable or something? Yes, clickable elements. When I click a .nav link button in the nav element, I am taken to the corresponding section. Right, so I have to use hashtags now. Still a bit confusing for me. It's the only place that mentions hashtag header. Okay, let's go back to the nav section. That's it, that's the only one. Nav Bar style. Oh, right. Okay, so I think I'm getting this. Yeah, if I turn this into, okay. So now when I click on a Nav Link button in the Nav element, I'm taken to the corresponding section of the landing page. .Nav Link button. Each with class Nav Link. Okay, so I have to class is equal to Nav Link, right? And then let's do this for all three. And then I also have to turn this into a link, which was here. So we created an anchor element here. That's the name, and then we close the anchor element. Okay, so opening the anchor element and closing it. But, so what I'll have to do to make it go to that section, /a, so I have to call this, let's do this, I think, features, and then home. Then I have to create sections here. Inline, no, not inline links. Didn't I just see them? Let's search for hashtag. Turn an image into a link. No, not this one. So maybe like nav. No. Maybe not nav. Let's try home. Let's try a letter. Isn't this the way you're there? Ahref contacts header, and then right. Okay, so after the list, so these are the buttons, right? Then let's say H1, welcome, and then I do H2, ID is equal to, wait, is it ID? Yeah. Home. ID is equal to features, and then contact, goes H2. Yeah, right, so that, oh weird, these look pretty similar, H1 and H2, so let's turn this into, let's use H3 for these. Yeah, that's more like it. Okay, so when I click here, can't see that yet. H4, or I'll just add a paragraph here. Lorem, let's get some lorem ipsum text. No, I don't want the facts. Right, okay. No, where can I get some? Paragraph. Close this paragraph. Then I want the same one. Why not the same one, right? Doesn't really matter. Close the paragraph and then for contacts as well. Alright, so let's see if that worked. Features. Okay, it's still not enough. Guess I need a few more paragraphs. So home, features, let's put a few more in the features section and a few more in the contacts section. Okay, so now home works, features works, and contact works as well. Okay, and I guess it makes sense to put the nav bar above the image. Right, to me at least. That makes sense. Okay, and I click a .nav link button in the nav element. Each with class nav link. Yeah. Okay, right, so if I had a style element here, or whatever it's called, then I could, I think it would be something like this. Let's give it a shot. So style slash style, and then .nav link, font size 50. Is that right? Isn't this the way it's supposed to work? So I'm telling all nav links to have a font size of 50. No? Let's see. Style. H2. Color. Yeah, that looks right. Oh, okay, so there's no, well, exactly, so dot blue text, color blue. Okay, let's do color. Color red. Well, but they are links, so, oh, interesting. So maybe font size just isn't right, because color did something, as you can see the bullet point. Well, oh right, it needs a unit. There we go. Okay, so 50 pixels. Can I also like justified or something? How is that? Text align property. Yeah, something like this. But then it probably shouldn't be a list, right? Not sure. Guess I need to see a few nav examples. Nav bar. Margin padding. wonder what this one looks like. Can I just... Oh, so that puts it side by side. Home contact. So home and contact, even though they're lists, nav u1, no, nav unordered list, nav list, nav unordered list, nav bar. So created a nav bar. That's back on margin is 0.50. Shift up when the nav bar is fixed to the browser window. Oh, it's fixed, right, so that's another example. Well, for now we can leave it at that. I can watch an embedded product video with ID is equal to video. Do I know how to embed videos? Did we learn that here? Embedding, like media stream or whatever that was called. Let's see. Let's go to the first appearance of the word embed. Main tag. Embedding a tweet. Should be like media, at media or something, right? Footer. Oh, okay, so that would be enough to embed a tweet, but not enough to embed a video. Did we embed? Let's check if the word video ever appeared. Okay, not really. So embed video HTML5. Video element. Source. Okay. Wonder what happens if you don't define the width and height attributes. Right, the page might flicker while the video loads. Okay. The source allows you, the browser will use the first recognized format. Okay, so I'll just copy paste this code. I'll put the video right after the I'll put it in the home section. Embedding a video. This is probably not going to work because there's no video. And I'll go to YouTube and I'll say, I don't know, embedded video. And then Creative Commons? Why not? And yeah, a short video would be great. Can I just know?
Here is a...
So what if I do this, embed? I guess I can just copy paste, like maybe creating this iframe thing, which I don't really know what it does. Maybe that's better, but for now I'll just, let's see what happens. I'll just use this. Where am I? All right, here. So movie source is this one. I don't know what the type should be. Doesn't work. Media, iframe. What happens if I just use this? Okay, that's embedded. So the user stories. I can watch an embedded product video with ID is equal to video. Okay, it's not a product video, but whatever. So iframe ID is equal to video. That should work, right? But I do want it to be a product video, so let's choose a different video and then Creative Commons. What's a cool product? I don't know. What was the first one? Why not? That's just 3 minutes. So I'll just use this one, embed, copy. Don't need these anymore. And ID is equal to video. Okay, that works. My landing page has a form element with a corresponding ID is equal to form. Okay. Maybe after home. I'm not sure. Is form a self-closing element? Does that work? Probably not. There's an input field. Okay, again, forms. I should have learned these in the survey project, but I was a bit confused. So it looks like I didn't learn everything. Form. No, don't really need that for now. Okay, so let's just check our previous. Oh, I didn't copy paste this. So I'll copy paste that. And let's look at our survey HTML. Let's go here and look for form. No. Well, I can go to the end of the document, I guess. There we go. Okay, form. Right, so the whole thing was a form. Input ID, yada yada. ID form. Okay, fair enough. Form ID is equal to form, and then just an input. Input with ID email where I can enter an email address. Okay, so I think I have to use a label for or something again. Should have a placeholder text. Validation. Do I need a label for this? I'm a bit confused with these label things as well, because like sometimes so like label for name and then input name, so everything is nested within a label. And then there was one where that didn't work, and I had to do it the other way around. here. So input ID and then label. So I'm not sure why that didn't work. So yeah, nesting with labels and input forms or input classes. That was a bit confusing, but let's see, maybe we can figure it out. Form ID is equal to form. Input type is equal to email. Enter your email to subscribe to the newsletter. Input, something like that. What's going on here? Looks like it froze. Okay. Alright, so this kind of worked. I mean, it's pretty ugly, but so can I use a break here? Yeah. Or did it say placeholder? Placeholder text. Okay, so it's not. This is not what FreeCodeCamp wants us to do. I guess it was just you know, adding. I think it was just placeholder, or maybe it was value, but we'll see. Right, so I can turn off GIS editor and CSS editor for now. There we go, okay. Again, oh yeah, the width of this box. Can't I do something like auto? So, form email width is equal to auto. Does that work? No. Size probably won't work. No. HTML text box size auto content. Right, width auto, that's what I tried. Size. Input style width auto. Here was like not width is equal to auto. Oops. But width auto. So something like this. Width auto. That looks wrong. And I can't add, like, this is not how it's supposed to be. Okay, so gotta look into that again, just like last video. Sorry about that. Maybe I can just say subscribe to newsletter. Okay. So we're hiding that problem for now. There's an input with a corresponding submit input. Right, the button was kind of weird. Submit it to a static page. Use this mock URL that confirms the email address was entered and that it posted successfully. Should always be at the top. Well, it kind of is, but I guess we have to like lock it. CSS flexbox at least once. Oof. Forgot about flexboxes. Okay. So I just need, first of all, I need a submit button. So let's go ahead and check our previous code. Submit. Oh yeah, and the label didn't work with the submit button either. So here we go. That's it. This should be within the form. Button type submit. ID. What kind of an ID do you want this time? ID is submit. Type button. Submit. Okay, that looks like it should work. When I click the element, the email is submitted to a static web page. Yeah, this was one of the first things we learned. Let's look at the first occurrences of form. Here, form action. Form action is equal to. So maybe I have to add it in the button. Action. Let's see, the submit element was entered and that it posted successfully. Not sure how I'm gonna make it say that it was posted successfully. That convert to a static page. Oh, it's just this. No. Okay, let's just try. So action is equal to this. It's probably not going to work. Maybe it's supposed to be in the form. Form action. Server cat photo URL. Oh, with your form's action attribute. Okay, so we have to add the action into the form. Form ID form action. Okay. So let's bring in the script. This is definitely not done, but let's see if we got some of them right. The product landing page, run tests. Oof, that's terrible. Why? Where I do have an image. Do I have an image? Oh, this didn't work anyway, so this I don't need. Right, I thought I created an image. Here, yeah. Image, here. Oh, it has no ID. Right. So image source is this, alt is this, and ID is, there we go. So we should pass 7 of these tests now. Okay, next one. When I click a Nav Link button in the Nav element, so I have the Nav element. Where's the Nav element? Here, this is the Nav element. Right, so it has an href. Not sure what's missing here. So let's check again. When I click a .nav link button, well, maybe these are supposed to be buttons and not just links. Let's check the submit button. So maybe we should also turn those into buttons. Button. Interesting. It's still 7. Yeah. Type button. Okay. Class. So instead of a listed element, let's add a button. Let's see. I'll comment this until here. And then instead of this part, I'll add buttons. So this is the Nav Bar, adding a button, home, home, home. Oh. Right, and then how will I make this guy? Right, I have to add an href. Href, and anchor is equal to home. No? Oh, right, maybe it has to be something like... So I have to close the button. Does that work? I think that kind of works, but I don't think it's supposed to be like that. Well, let's just try. Features. Probably wrong. Would be kind of ridiculous if it worked. Contact. Okay, maybe this is probably not the way it's supposed to be, but maybe it works. Oh, whoa. What just happened? Okay, so 3 clickable elements. Nav Link. Okay, right. So class is equal to nav minus link. Right. Let's try again. Okay, still 7. Why? So now, when I click on home, it goes to home. When I click, ooh, what the hell happened here? Now they're all links. Why? Okay, I am confused. It does say button, and I guess a link isn't really a button. So these are buttons. They have a class ID of Nav Link. They're within the, when I click a .nav link button, Yes. Nav Link is 50 pixels. Yes, right? Yes. So why are these all links now? Don't get it, it's just a paragraph. What happened here? Home. Href home. Okay, maybe I don't need this part, just that one would work now. So right now this is a button, and it has a class, it has an ID. Okay, so let's check our button documentation. Four button types. Button. So these are all button types, right? Should be okay-ish. Don't need any radio buttons or anything. Oh, button hover. Button register button. So I need a button with a link. Right. HTML button link. Maybe it's not supposed to be. Maybe they're not supposed to be buttons. Okay, so let's comment this one this time and take a look at our nav bar, at our old nav bar again. What was wrong there? Let's uncomment this. So, there are 3 links, right? This is also 7. So when I click a .nav link button in the nav element .nav link, I'm taken to the corresponding section of the landing page, and you are taken there. Okay, let's continue. Maybe if I correct the other ones, I'll understand. I can watch an embedded video. My landing page has a form. Within the form, there's an input field with ID is equal to email. Within the form, right, so that's missing. ID is equal to email, and type is equal to email. So that should be 8 now. Oh, 10, yeah. Within the form, there is a submit input with corresponding ID submit. So what happens if I just do this? Input ID is equal to, no, what did it say? I think the problem was the ID is equal to submit. No, that's right. Within the form, there is a submit input. Type button. Name submit. Oh, no. Okay, again, don't really understand. This should be a button. Right? 100 plus unsaved changes. Well, then save it once in a while. When there's let's get when I click the hashtag submit element. Okay, so I guess this thing here, .nav link. I have to define something with .nav. Maybe that's what's missing. No. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to refresh some of my knowledge that I gained from FreeCodeCamp. Maybe I'll just check some Android apps that like teach you to code, like HTML. Nav Bar should always be at the top. Right, my product landing page should have at least one media query. My product should... Right, I didn't do those at all. Right, so 3 are missing. But these 2 I don't understand yet. Within the form element, there is a submit input. It's within the form element. Let's go to the form element. That's here. There is a submit input. Okay, let's search for this. HTML5 form submit input. Oh, input type submit. I didn't do that. I think I tried input. I think I tried type button. So maybe that's what it is. Slash input. Oh, and I don't think I closed the input element last time. Oh, interesting. So where is it getting that text from? Oh, that's like default text. Interesting. And why is it not taking it from here? Value. Okay. Value is equal to submit. Yeah. Don't need this. Ooh. Boom, boom, version 2. What are you talking about? Okay, but that looks better. So this is probably going to be 11 now. Yes. Cool. When I click the... So what did I fix? Within the form, there's a submit input. When I click the submit element, the email is submitted to a static page. Oh, action is equal to. Of course it's not going to work. Now, maybe it's 12. Ah. Action is equal to, yes. So let's look at our notes. Form action is equal to, close the form, and there's the example input type form, form ID form action, input ID. So I don't know why this isn't working. Closing the form. Somehow I think it should be working. Okay. When I click the submit element, this guy, the email is submitted to a static page. Maybe I'm not telling it to take this input. Let's see, so form action, submit cat photo, input type text. Form nest your text field inside a form element. Right, so that's exactly what it's like. I don't think I can add it here, but let's try. Don't think that's right. No. And that it posted successfully. Form should have an action attribute. Right, it did. So form has an action attribute. Oh, I didn't know these error messages were helpful. The email input should have a name attribute. Oh, it doesn't have a name? Name is equal to email. Don't know if that's necessary. Oh, wow, okay, that fixed that. Okay, I'm a bit confused. Okay, so that worked. Okay, so it could be that the reason isn't too obvious. When I click a Nav Link button in the Nav element, let's go to the Nav element. Nav here, ID Nav Bar. Header. Corresponding section / home. ID is home. So this is gonna go here. H3 section. Maybe I have to create sections out of these instead of yeah, maybe that's the thing. Well, no, it has an ID, so that's why it's working. To different sections within a web page. Ahref contact. Go to contact. Okay, I'm a bit lost. Bundle. Each Nav Link element should have an href attribute, expected false to equal true. Each Nav Link element should have an href attribute. It does. ID class Nav Link. Maybe just button, again, button. Oh wow, now everything's 50 pixels. I'll just delete this guy. Okay. Oh, so it created a weird section here. Where's the end of the nav? Okay, gotta end the nav here. Right. Oh, that's probably why everything was a link. Okay, so now it might work. Yes. No. What? It fixed something, didn't it? Okay, so when I click on a Nav Link button in the Nav element, oh, wait, yikes! So Nav Bar is correct. Thank you for reminding me. Nav Bar is correct. I am taken to the corresponding section of the landing page. I am. Each .nav link element. Oh, I don't need to this list thing, right? Slash button. Do I need to close buttons? I guess. Let's try that. This looks right. It takes me to this section, so... Damn it! Okay, let's check our nav notes again, because now it's looking a bit more similar. So nav bar, position fixed, style, so this is just the style. Nav bar, ID nav bar, href, href. Okay, I'm not sure why this is not working, so I'll skip that again and let's look at the next one. So the nav bar should always be at the top of the viewport. That worked. Now, because I guess it's in the header, and because I closed the nav, maybe I hadn't closed it, or I guess it's because it's in the header. Yeah, it's at the top. At least one media query. So let's check what that was again. Like it's some animations or something. At media, exactly. So at media, let's look at our examples. Media max height, paragraph. Okay, so even this should work, right? So I'm telling it if the height is less than 800, it should use a font size of 10, right? Yeah. Is it in style? It is in style. So I need a style. I think that should be, like that should work. Yeah. Great, that worked. My product landing page should utilize Flexbox at least one. Okay, let's check our notes on Flexbox. Maybe the first one. Okay, so let's try to change the menu. Style at media So nav minus bar. So I guess I have to call this nav minus bar. And then display flex, right? And then say, box container, display flex. Maybe I can use like justified here. Let's see what else we had here. Make a row. direction, create a column, align elements, here we go. Justify content. Flex end, space between. Center. Let's just use center for now. See what happens. Yeah, there we go. So now, depending on the size, right, it's always going to be in the center. Okay, pretty simple, but starting to make sense. Okay, so it's taken me up there. So that we should pass that test. Great, so there's one thing to do. When I click a Nav Link button, okay, so we have a Nav Bar. This is working. The ID is Nav Bar. Button class is supposed to be Nav Link. 3 clickable elements. When I click a Nav Link button in the Nav element, so clicking on a Nav Link button in the Nav element, yes, href home. ID home, section. Okay, so let's really try. I think there's even a tag called section, right? Maybe that's what they want to see. So let's check the last mentions of section. 3 sections. Let's see if there's a... Ooh! So maybe that's what they want to see. That's what they want to see. Okay. Oh, that's really what they want to see. So section ID is equal to home. Close section. Don't need this. H3 home. And then close section, right? So this is also home, yeah, until features. So close section. And then section ID is equal to, whoops, ID is equal to features. And remove this guy. And then close section. Then open new section, ID is equal to contact, and then remove this, and then close section. This might be it, guys. Save. Ooh, I'm pretty excited. Ah! Come on! Is this not working now? Oh, it is. What's going on here? I even have sections now. What else do you want? Button. When I click a .nav link button. Yes. So it is a button. Maybe I need like type button. Right? Maybe that's what's missing. Because it does say button. Does it work? Sure does. Okay, man, come on. Ah, come on. As an href. Should have an href attribute, each navlink element. Navlink element. Does it need an ID? ID is equal to home button ID is equal to features button. I don't think so. ID is equal to contact button. Still works, right? Contact, home, features. Features doesn't really go to section ID features. Features. Alright, I can't scroll. Let's do 12. 10 is too small. Oh, that's why. Okay, I don't get this either. I thought... Whatever, we're still trying to solve our other problem. It does have an ID. Okay, so let's check our buttons. Button notes on buttons. Type submit. Submit reset menu. So button type button should be okay. It's not a submit button, right? Button. Okay, it doesn't even need a type. But I think I added that later on, so don't think that was the problem. But let's remove that and try again. Probably it's just going to use button if it doesn't have a type, like default option. Okay, what else? Access key. That's like something else. We don't have any divs, any dividers. Should we do that? Don't think we need that. Div ID is nav. Don't think we need that. I mean, nav is a div, right? Div. Probably not going to help. Anything else? Any other interesting class? Right, so the class is right. So it sees the elements, and it sees that they're clickable, and the classes are right. Maybe I'm not supposed to close this, but maybe it's supposed to be like this. Yeah, maybe. So then I don't need this thing, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay, I didn't need an anchor element within the button because a button is supposed to have links in it. Well, there we go. Happy to announce that this project was a success. Not a very pretty page, but like I said, that's something else. So I'll copy this and go to the solutions section. I've completed this challenge. Submit and next challenge. And I'll also copy, so I don't need this part, right? I need that. Whoops. Just this part. And what's going on? Okay, so I'll add this to my GitHub. Not that these are, super complicated pages or anything, but just so it's also in GitHub. There we go. And I'll also copy it into my notes, solution. There we go. Okay, so thanks for watching. I think once we finish all the challenges, I think there are just 2 more, right? Technical documentation, personal portfolio. Yeah, I think once we finish these 2, before we go on to JavaScript, I'll create a summary video, and maybe even before that. So I'm feeling like, even though we learned all of this, there's still like I don't understand everything very well. So like I said, I'm going to take a look at a few ways to learn more about HTML, and then we'll see if we can get better at HTML before we move on to JavaScript. And then maybe we'll even spend some time to make these projects look nicer and understand Flexbox and more about layout and make the design look a bit nicer. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.